What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are here, episode 17 of the Zip Podcast. XP Share! What up?
What up?
Got my boy Juice, Kyle, and we're still working on getting Mr. Senpai Jello inside the screen. Bear with us.
Put that man in a box.
How's everyone doing
You
today?
can't contain me. No, imagine.
I'm doing pretty good. I've had a busy day today. I had to dig a car out of snow that was like up past my knees. That was really exciting. And then I spent part of my day in a hospital today. Not me in a hospital, but visiting my dad in the hospital. And then I raced home to be here in time for the pod, ride or die, if we can. How are y'all doing?
Hopefully more writing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if possible, right?
Yeah.
But it's just making sure it's on the table just in case.
How ready are you? Yeah,
exactly.
I feel it.
You never know when you just want to.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Wait, what?
What?
Well, I mean, he's right though. No, he's right. He's spitting. He's spitting. If the option's there, then I mean, it's like you're having out. You always are ready to be able to pull the plug. He's right. He's right. It's like the cyanide capsule in your teeth.
Oh God.
Is it wrong not to consider? Like, fuck.
Yeah, man said it ain't ride or die. It's ride and die. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, a matter of when. There you go. It's a matter of when.
Jesus, fuck.
I can respect it.
I got morbid hella fast. Hope
That's
your dad's
okay.
doing okay, dude.
Yeah, he's doing fine.
That's good.
Shout out, Pops.
Shout out, Pops. Juice, how you doing, Pops?
Oh man, I'm chilling, man. I've had a pretty chill week. This week I started my new job, and it has been a very nice change of pace for once. So I've been enjoying it.
What is it? What are you doing? I think you might have told us before, but remind us.
Yeah, man. Well, my title is operations manager, which basically means I do whatever the fuck they need me to do. They need me to they need me to like learn how to, I don't know, double dutch. Guess what I'm doing this week? I'm double dutching. So
I'm pulling up YouTube.
Yeah, exactly, man. But yeah, it's been cool. It's been cool, change of pace. Like I said, I spent the last 12 years doing like different technical support work, and I'm still doing some technical support within this role, but it's a little bit of everything. There's only
it's on the lower end, right?
So, yeah. Like the support part is not a priority for this particular job. Which, I mean, if I need to do it, I can pivot. I'm really good at it. I've done it. They say you do anything for 10 years, you got to consider yourself a master. So I feel very comfortable in that area. But yeah, I get to learn more, get more experience. Figure out what it means to build a company for once. So,
dude, on that note, I think learning is like the biggest thing in the company. If I can't learn, I'm not about the company anymore.
100%.
True.
100%.
I've left so many companies because I just couldn't learn anything. Like, it was like a plateau level. They're like, in 5 years, you'll make it, bro. You'll move up. I'm like, 5 years? Like, hold on.
Well, I mean, the thing is, how much am I going to learn those 5 years? Am I going to learn everything that I need to hold this position down, plus move on to a new one, later on? Then okay, potentially. It all depends on the value that you get in those 5 years.
Yeah, that's true. Also, by the way, it says I'm muted on the VOD Ninja. I don't know if that's relevant or not.
No, that's
okay.
Yeah,
you should be.
Makes sense.
Yeah, we process all of our audio through Discord, so.
Dope. Sounds awesome. So, hello, I am Senpai Jello. Some people may know me. World famous locally. Some people don't know me yet, but you will know me. Yeah, I mean, my week's been pretty good. It's been really busy. I've done overtime on 3 jobs, and I have 4 jobs. Just clarifying.
Hey.
So I've done overtime on 3 of them, and I'm like,
4 jobs,
but
though?
I'm good. Yeah, 4 jobs, single, no kids.
I like the no kids part.
Make it work.
I'm just saying.
Make it work.
I got time. make money, right? So
yeah,
gotta do something.
Straight up, fuck it. I mean, I couldn't do it personally. I got one job, and that's enough to make me want to kill myself. But you know, if you got
in
the
game,
you know
in
you
game,
got the
in
gas
game,
for it.
in game, right? In game.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I don't
we're
know.
talking about
It depends on the day, but yeah, again.
God.
we're always immersed.
Yeah. I mean, we did just talk about having the out. You know. I mean,
It's all RP talk at this point, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, we are here with the one, the only Senpai Jello, video game connoisseur, FPS player, jumping around all over the place. What are you currently playing? Give us a little depth. What you've been into, what you're currently doing, what games you're looking at.
Dabbling, I've been into Fortnite because the Fortnite grind is like peaking again, but it's also it's also one of those moments where like it's peaking on both build and no builds. I personally don't build anymore because I don't have that mice. The mice to do with my current mouse is a Logitech G502 Hero, so it's only just 7 buttons.
Gotta crank them 90s, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I could crank some 90s.
Yeah,
I
crank
just
some
can't
90s.
do the edits those people do. I'm good, bro.
No, dude, I cannot keep up with those 9-year-olds.
My
can't do it.
my 30-year-old hands, no.
No, ain't happening.
Nope.
No build for me, baby.
Yeah, no build for me. I could play out though. I think I average like 18 to 20 kills a game. And ranked, I'm in like plat, almost diamond, pretty sure. I mean, that's like on the back burner. That's like a casual whenever anyone wants to play. I've been playing a game called Darker Darker. It's fairly new. It's been in beta it was in beta for a little bit, but the game itself is a spin on how dungeon crawling and battle royale meets. And it just feeds my D&D, besides the Baldur's Gate, of course, but it just feeds my inner D&D, and it's like it's a very good game for having only 17 people that made it. And 17 people is not a lot of people in a gaming company. I'm just saying. Like,
nope.
So
especially
how they make
like,
a game.
Half the 17 people left a different company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just increase their staff and they're coming out with subclasses like D&D. So they're differentiating sorcerer and wizard. And then you have subclasses like ranger can be with a fighter, barbarians, yada yada yada. They're making an ice cave with ice dragon. They already have like trolls and golems, and I'm like, dope. This is all D&D stuff that I just love. Like, and it's a dungeon crawler, so it's like survival, battle royale, dungeon crawler together.
Yeah, like Extraction. I remember it being kind of like talk of the town for a while. Everyone was into it, and then the lawsuit happened, and it got taken off like Steam and all this shit.
Yeah,
and then people had to download the beta through like torrents. And honestly, I think for a lot of people that was like sadly the nail in the coffin for that game, because a lot of those people I have not seen go back to it. In fact, a lot of them I feel like don't even know that it's out and playable and buyable now. You know,
I think currently the average player count is 60,000.
That's really not bad though.
Yeah,
that's not bad at all.
It ain't where it was, but I mean, 60,000 is respectable. I mean, that beats a lot of like big flavor of the month like BRs right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it goes up and down, because they're still updating and patching the game.
Right.
It does a Tarkov route where it resets, every like couple months.
Yeah, you got wipes,
rebalancing and all that stuff, which is great. But they just introduced like quests. So quests are a big thing, which they make you go through the stages of the game, like low end loot, extract, survive, kill players and bosses, and you get rewards based on that. The storage system, it's very similar to Tarkov in that sense.
Yeah.
You just can't origami it as well, but you can increase stash size by just paying gold because everything is run by gold. The merchants are cool. They do a thing that's really unique. It's holiday currency. So like because it was Christmas time, they do like candy cane and gingerbread cookies, and you could trade them in or sell them, and they're really valuable. I mean, like
they did like pumpkins for for October during the beta. I don't know why I still can't place my finger on it, but I I played the shit out of the beta, and there's nothing in me that's saying, "Hey, purchase this game and go back."
I had the same problem. I bought it, but I haven't gone back.
Well, I'll tell you right now, the game currently, it's very clunky. That's what deters people away. But because they just increased their staff from 17 to 50, there's like a big UI overhaul that they're trying to do with the Ice Cave update and Sorcerer. Because right now, the hardest part is balancing classes, so that, because they keep balancing classes. Like Warlock has Demon Armor now. Like, it's not just pure lifesteal. You could take buffs and debuffs from people. I'm like, dude, that's what a Warlock should do. You know what I mean? But
Barbarian can still one-shot everybody.
Yeah, Barbarians can one-shot you. So you're just like, how do I stop that? You know, archers have innate slow, because you're going to shot with an arrow. You're going to take a moment to be like, ow. Like, you know what I mean? Like, before, like in the beta, I don't think they really had that. So it's just like, you have a perk to have it and all that stuff. So they're just really changing the direction now, how the game's played and layering it of what they can currently balance. Obviously, it's never going to be perfect. No BR is ever perfect. Like, but it still makes it great that they're changing the dynamic of it, of how it is. Because the dungeon crawl aspect is probably the coolest part to me, like visually. Because it's called Dark because it's dark. You can have someone hiding in a corner, you won't even know. They'll be like in that doorway, and you'll walk right past them. And rogues are thieves, so they'll just pickpocket you while you're passing by. You're like, yo, didn't I have some loot? No, you're just like, I'm a rat. So there's so many ways to play the game, and I think like that's what's keeping the current player base. But what deters a lot of player base is it's so different from the original beta currently or now, but it's because they're trying to overhaul so much of it. So
yeah, I think they gotta kind of step on glass when they're messing with the speed and everything, because I think that's one thing everybody was kind of taken aback from, especially when you're coming from something like Apex or something, and all of a sudden you're just like,
this is your movement speed.
Yeah, like you're actually walking.
They do the thing where you don't have a weapon, you run faster with a knife type of thing. Like, you run faster without your legs. I think the only character that has sprint is the fighter. He actually has like a 9-second sprint, and he just doubles how fast he is. Like,
it's so nuts. Like, so so with what the speed buffs they have now, how does it compare to Mage Haste? Because I know back in the beta it was only like 15% movement speed, and God forbid you were up against a fighter. That 15% movement speed wasn't enough, dog. It wasn't enough.
So they nerfed it to 12% increase. Wizards do less damage too. I think the sprint is also 12%. I don't remember off the top of my head, but don't quote me on that. I know the sprint for the fighter is a little bit longer, but it's not as fast. But they did lower the time of haste for Wizard. So it's only like 4 or 5 seconds now, instead of it being like 7 seconds. So there's that. They really nerfed the Wizards, like not like significantly, but like a good, so they can't like one-shot you with Fireball and stuff. And they have different spells. Warlocks have like a phase form where they can't get touched by like physical, but they take double magical damage.
Did they?
Each class kind of got like a buff.
Did they actually buff it to like where Fireball was stupid OP? Because I remember like I would pump somebody with like 3 fireballs and they'd be living, dog.
Yeah, so it depends, because they recently made a tier list of stats, so they differentiated like dexterity, vigor, strength, agility. The difference between dex and agility itself. Magical resistance, magical armor. They layered it so it's more understandable, like magic penetration versus magic power. The stats on things are revamped, so they're more clarifying on things, and it's easier to get stats for your class when you're dungeon crawling, even in normals. They also differentiated normals from high tier. So when you go normals, you have to go gray and white gear, and then the high roller, which is the ranked, it's green and up, which goes to like legendary unique now because unique is a new stat, and that changed the game a lot because the problem was you had people that the 9 to 5 here play the game and they lose all their stuff and all their gold, and they're going against the chats of the game.
Yeah.
And so it's the first time where the revamp of balancing made sense, like because they tried to do that in PUBG, but like by nerfing like where high tier loot and all that stuff. Same with Fortnite, where high tier loot is marked on the map, but still like have enough. But this way, it's an even playing field. So whatever you find is pure luck on the map, like completely pure luck. You can find like a bow that has like the best stats ever, or you could find a bow that's worse than the bow you're currently using, which is already pretty bad. You could find something for another player on your team because it's a 3-man team. So it's like the looting is very different.
That's
in the sense of like how it scales per what you play. I think the normal base game, like Grays and Whites for the average player, is so balanced that there's no better class than anyone. You know what I mean? As long as you play the game, you know what you're doing. When it comes to high tier, even the little stats matter. So
yeah, that always kind of made sense. Though, because the way they had it in especially in the beta when they were just of course just trying shit out, you start out in fucking gray white gear. God forbid you run into somebody with a purple fucking longbow. There goes your head. Bye. See you in the lobby, dog. See you at the tavern.
Like if you shoot someone with the arrow, like it does a lot of damage if they don't wear a helmet. Oh, the other big thing I forgot to mention, which is also a significant change, is they have races now in the game. So I know in the beta they didn't have races. So they have an orc, they have an elf, and they have a lizard person. And there's also skeleton. But they all each have different versions of them. So like male and female. Skeleton has like 3 different colors or whatever. But they have an innate stat. So orc is like 1 plus strength, but minus agility. Elves are the opposite, where it's minus strength and plus 1 agility because they're nimble and skinnier. Skeletons they take more magic damage. The lizard people can't wear helmets, but they have innate 25% armor overall and less headshot damage. Things like that. Like, and that's definitely like changed the way the game gauges, because you can't just someone's a human base stats or whatever. That one little stat, even in normals, matters a lot. So I think that was a big good change in the game, and that also, like I said, it just hits D&D home. You know what I mean? Like if you're already implementing races, and you don't have to like buy money, you don't have to spend money for the races to be in it. You can just extract and you get enough points to buy a race or whatever. So it's like good. You know what I mean? You don't have to spend money, you just grind the game out a little bit, you're good. They even do like this weird name tag thing too, where it's like red name and blue name. Red name means avoid the person because they're a team killer. Blue name means, hey, this guy is like a leader or a community person / streamer. Like check him out, talk to him, he's friendly. So it's like really cool. Like it's so different from what I'm used to in most battle royales. A lot of people that don't know me, obviously, I'm a really big battle royale guy. So it's like I play like every battle royale you could think of. So.
Yeah, I think I really fell in love with the game too when I'm a sucker for full loot games and inventory management system. So it was just like, again, now I just can't fucking put it in my head why I'm not interested in buying the fucking game anymore. Maybe it's the price tag. Maybe it's the fact that I mean, download a whole nether launcher again.
They are working on the Steam implementation, but like I said, they just got staffed like 2 weeks ago. Like 17 to 15 is such a drastic change for any company. So like they have to move offices, you know what I mean? They have to like get all this stuff going. Yeah. And their big focus was the servers for a while, and then character balance, and then map creation. But now that you have such a big staff, you can differentiate who does what. Because 17 guys, they're all doing one thing like the whole time. I don't care how small or big the game is. Like you need all hands on deck for any minor change, like just realistically.
Yeah.
So, their goal is by the end of March Steam client, and you should be able to merge it from the client to like your Steam account to your client, and or there's like they have like codes that you can like implement. So like creator codes or like other codes that they're trying to implement, kind of like how Fortnite does. So like when you buy something, you support someone, etc., etc. So
I mean, putting it on Steam is just going to be huge in itself, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest, like that game is fun and fine and all, but I did it one time. I am not downloading an extra launcher for that fucking game. I mean,
honestly,
it could
the
be
launcher,
the best game in the world.
The launcher is really clunky. Like I don't like it personally. It is definitely different from most launchers I've used.
Bro, it could be better than Steam, and I wouldn't give a fuck at this point. Like I'm checked out. I'm checked out. It's like Tarkov, man. Like I gotta go fucking download Battle State to download Tarkov. Fuck that, man.
Honestly, Battle State is actually not that bad, but I will say
it's not about optimization. It's not about how how awesome it is.
I will say
I gotta hit the download button and I gotta hit the install button.
You're telling me I gotta go download? Yeah, exactly. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, you have to auto dude. Yeah, the one thing I hate is you gotta auto update you can't just click an auto update. You have to press it manually to update. I'm just like,
it's like I don't know what my fucking password was for that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
That was my problem with Final Fantasy 14 for a while. I was every time I'd go to play it, they fucking wouldn't have my password right, like saved in there, and I'd have to go change it. And it's like, okay, cool. So wanting to play Final Fantasy 14, just getting it set up has turned into a day-long setup process. That's fucking phenomenal. I love that for me.
It is kind of depressing that like Steam does have the reins on everything, and it's just like,
nah, backwards, back it up. Nope. Steam having the reins on everything is amazing because that shit works and it's good and everything's there. I don't give a fuck.
well,
The only thing I have Epic for is for the free games. Fuck them. I don't give a fuck.
Facts.
Back up. You depressing my ass.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying more from a business perspective, because then, like, these people who try to implement their own launchers and like try to stay off of Steam, they're just like, well, I'm not going to get the player count anyway, so I might as well just go give a cut to Steam so I can get my excess of players from that, just using that fucking launcher.
Counterpoint. Fuck them people. I will agree that the being all serious, the business model between all that is kind of whack because like they take a decent chunk, but I mean, at least in Steam's case, what they offer to like a studio that's looking to publish a game is, I mean, it might even be worth more than what they're taking in some instances.
That's how I feel about Epic.
Yeah.
Like, the Epic launcher, dude, I hate the Epic launcher. I hate the fact that even if you have the Steam game, you have to have Epic open.
Yeah.
Like, what? It's so stupid, bro. Like,
you gotta have Epic open, or God forbid, it's a fucking EA game, dude. Oh my god.
We're not going there. We're not going there.
Yeah, bro, the EA games is worse.
We're not going
dude.
there.
Way worse.
Worst launcher in history, dude.
You make me download Origin for a game, and I will show up to your fucking business. I will be at your front door, banging on the door, asking to speak to a manager, brother. I'm not here for it. I'm not. We've been playing. Oh my god! I just went to go download the new Prince of Persia game the other day, and I had to spend, I shit you not, 45 whole minutes trying to just get it to open for their Ubisoft Plus thing, so I could go download the fucking game. I had to I opened it and the store wouldn't load, so I had to go and I was like, oh well, set it back to the base version because I was on the beta. And then you set it back to base, and it still doesn't work. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to go clear the cache. And then I restarted it. Still didn't work. I was like, okay, cache is cleared. Maybe I should do the beta again. Switch to beta. Then it just stopped working entirely. It just errored out. So then I had to uninstall it, reinstall it, go log in on the Ubisoft website, make sure everything was working. And then I managed to fucking get in. But the play now button was busted. And then you'd go and it'd say, upgrade your subscription to Play Plus, which I already did. But then they tried to take my money for it again. And it was, I was mad.
God.
I got on Twitter and I said some very mean things to the Ubisoft Twitter, man. It was not good. And I went back and I deleted it later because I was like, you know what? That's not me. It was a moment of weakness. But it drove me crazy. It drove me fucking crazy, man. And the thing is like, I might feel differently if these launchers were any better than those, but it's like when someone releases a launcher, the bar is in hell. And so they just don't put any work into it. They take the fucking janitor and they say, hey, learn C++ or like Java or something, and then code this thing up for us real quick. I know fucking 7-year-olds that could do a better job than half of these people fucking making launchers and shit. And it's just because some EA exec somewhere was like, well, you know, if we allocate $150 to some dev sitting in a closet to build this, we don't have to spend 30% on Steam and Epic. I mean, it's kind of a, you know, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
It's
ROI.
ROI, brother.
You know how, like, the company you like, you always say, like, oh, you know, daddy, Bungie, daddy this. And then you have the uncle. That's what it reminds me of. Like, you're the uncle. Ubisoft, you're the uncle.
I will never call Bungie daddy. Believe me, I've been very outspoken about my opinion on
not anymore.
Not anymore, man.
I'm just saying, like, that was like what I was thinking of when you were talking about that. So.
Yeah.
So which launcher is worse, Origin or Ubisoft?
Origin.
Why are we comparing turds right now, bro?
Yeah.
Origin.
The fuck you mean? What's worse between famine and disease? I mean, what's going on?
The only good thing about Origin is Sims, legit.
Yeah.
There's nothing else good about Origin.
Origin's terrible.
Can I answer neither?
Sure.
Can I fucking?
Yes, you can actually. That is.
Yeah, well, that's my answer if it's allowed. I will say though, if I had to pin it down, I've had less issues with EA and Origin than I have with Ubisoft. But they're both like at this point we're nitpicking, man. They're both pretty fucking bad.
I will say Origin's customer service is actually really good. That's something I will give them credit for. If you're had to deal with
You think so? Because I've had some fucking issues with them too.
Nah, dude, Ubisoft and EA, horrible customer.
Yeah.
When you have an issue, you cannot get a hold of anybody in the right department. Like, they don't even know what they're like. Yeah, I never heard of that issue. Let me send you to this person. Same person. The next person will be like, "That's a weird issue. Did you talk to so?"
Yeah, that's where I just came from.
The person that literally just transferred me to you. Yes.
Yeah. Well, that shit is just as fucked up on some of the big ones too. Just the other day, this was a couple weeks ago. I went to Epic Games Support because I made an account using an old work email back in 2019. I know, stupid idea, but it was an alternate account, and it ended up transitioning into my main account because I got some sort of like thing on Fortnite that I didn't get on my main account during that time. So I was like, fuck it, I haven't even bought any games. I'll just move over and make this my main account. It didn't think much of it. I got laid off from that job like a year and a half later. And I've just kind of been making my way through this entire time because I have an authenticator code on it that I can still use to log in. So I can still manage it. However, I finally had enough the other week. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to their support and I'm going to ask them to switch it because they have to have enough information on me to know it's me. I've bought so many games and I've made so many microtransactions that I'll probably be able to use like my debit card or bank information or like an old password. And I went to them and I was like, can you please help me just change my email? Because I can't get into the old one to get the code. The only thing they fucking sent me was an email that seemed automated that said, sorry, we can't verify your identity. Try again later. And I sent them an email back and I said, excuse me? What do you mean you can't verify my identity? You didn't even try to verify my identity.
You didn't even try.
You didn't ask me for anything. And then all it said again was, sorry, at this time, we're unable to verify your identity. Good luck.
Oh my God.
And that's where it ended. I still have not, I don't know. And I went to fucking Google and I looked it up and there's a bunch of people on Reddit that are like, yeah, they did the same thing to me and I had to do a bunch of back and forth with all this information. And I'm like, at least you had an opportunity to. They didn't even fucking ask me for anything. What do you mean? So now I'm fucking stuck with this Epic account on this work email that's got like hundreds, if not thousands of dollars of shit on it that I just, you know, fuck, if I lose access to the code generator, then I'm fucked. I got nothing.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's a yikes.
That's
not
like
very epic of him.
Yeah, that sounds like you need to calmly have a day where you just have patience.
Yeah, shit. I mean, it's crazy though, because you know what? I guarantee you, for all the shit I talk about Ubisoft and Origin and shit, they would have switched my email.
Yeah, probably.
You know, it would have taken me some hours to get to them, but at least they would have done it. With Epic, they didn't even give me a chance. They said, "Fuck you, no."
Got to commit a whole 9 to 5 to
say,
fucking support.
Yeah, I'm about to find the phone number for Epic's front desk at their office, and I'm gonna say, "You send me to somebody right now."
Make sure it's America.
Talk to the manager.
Make sure it's Epic in America. By the way,
talk to the manager.
I need to talk to fucking Tim Sweeney himself right now because we're about to have some issues.
Because there's an Epic in Canada.
That's wild.
That you can actually call by accident. So.
Yeah, it's gonna happen at some point. That's for damn sure.
The only other game I've been playing is pretty much Valorant, which is my main game. Like,
of
overall,
course.
So.
You still don't carry me at, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're right. My bad.
I'd be like, I'm here. You know, I'm around.
I know.
Sitting in my room crying, just like calling for Jello.
He is. I saw him the other day.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell the fans what you play, who you play.
I play. So I'm usually IGL. I play Omen, which is a very not popular character until recently because Tins played him. If you don't know who Tins is, crack guy.
Come out from under like the rock.
For real. Yeah, Tins is like, I don't even know. He's just the GOAT. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
it's Tins and Shroud. Like those are two GOATs you could just name. Everyone should know.
Yeah.
But Omen, you know, probably the least played smoke controller. But he can make some interesting one-ways that almost never get nerfed, which is great.
My favorite thing about Omen. I used to play him on launch, and I did the same thing.
Yeah, the buff of his teleport really like helped me like just play Swifty. You can just get behind people like crazy and all that stuff.
He's fun.
Tend to sub-roll Slayer because my duelists are not good. I'll be honest. As someone that's also a coach for Valorant, like the duelists, if they don't listen, they're just gonna do whatever they want, and then they'll just get in their head. And I'm just like, I'll just do your work too and be IGL. And believe it or not, like in higher elo, like after you get past gold, people will listen to you when you're doing better than them. Like I don't know what it is. They're just like, my bad, bro. You're actually pretty good. Let me listen to you, bro. Like,
yeah.
Then I strap up, like legit.
It's a people who fucking look at you like, oh god, you're -1. Shut the fuck up. Like, yeah, but you just like buffed in there when that guy was sitting there for 5 fucking rounds and you still didn't check that corner.
Yeah, bro.
If you're negative, but you're playing smart, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's about utility as long as you're playing smart. Point.
That's always the thing that pisses me off is like when I do try to step up and I do try to IGL and I do try to coordinate the rest of the team, that usually bumps me down because I'm not focusing on the fucking game. So I'm probably going negative, and then that turns into them, oh man, you ain't shit, dog. Why are we listening to you? Like, I don't know. Go die again. Baby. Tell me why you should listen.
I think that's why. Like, whenever I play like big team games, I have to play with at least one friend because like it's one of those. I'm just tired of randoms, bro. Like I don't know what it is, but like randoms, because I've been playing shooters for a long time. Like I said, from the old Black Ops 1 Halo days, randoms are so trash nowadays.
Yep.
Like. I don't know what it is. Before, back in the day, you could have like a random, and they'll actually be pretty good. Sometimes carry you most of the time. Like you'd be surprised like how often that happened. And then you have whatever is today's age. They just don't care about the game. They only want kills. They don't care if we win or lose. Like
they're only on the game to get TikTok videos.
Yeah, literally. Oh, I got a clip, bro. I'm good.
Yeah.
Clip it, mom. Get the camera.
Yeah, for real. It's like it's so. I think that it's the reverse of shock culture. You know what I mean? Like it's just whatever this culture of shooters, and probably it's not just shooters. I should clarify. Just in games in general. Like when you have a team variant game, there's like a stigma, there's plateau, skill, and then there's whoever these guys are. Not even 9 to 5. It's whatever this is.
It's
we have a name for it. Yeah, the eat-eaters. Yep.
It's
The
just so weird.
e-daters.
Like if you really look into it like really hard and just kind of bring the whole societal aspect into it and how these kids were brought up and shit, it's just like it makes sense. You know,
Yeah,
their fucking shit attitudes. Especially
I
when
think
especially when you see all these young kids and they're actually winning all these Fortnite tournaments and shit. And I was like, "Hey mom, I can do that. Watch me get oh, I'm dead." Like
yeah, that's one of the reasons why
Yeah.
like I personally like stopped being a competitive player and just went to a coach because realistically they don't know anything about how to get there. You know what I mean? But the fire in someone, you could see like when someone really wants something, they will get it done no matter what. Like they'll just soak in advice, video, skills, their favorite player, and you can recognize that from an average just Timmy slash Chad. You know what I mean? Like when someone strives for like skill, they will be like, "How do I get better?" You seem like you know what you're talking about. Tell me how to get better. I will listen to you. And I'm just like, those are the type of people I always want to be around. So that's why like I kind of just stopped competing in a lot of games and just played more of a casual streamer level of things and then went to coaching. So
yeah.
my main focus is just coaching most of the time. I'm not afraid to like play. Like I even re-downloaded Overwatch too. So it's like,
Oh yikes.
you know.
I mean, even at the end
Hey,
of
whoa,
the
whoa, 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 whoa.
Get out of here
Oh.
with your Overwatch shit.
800 hours here. We don't say yikes. It's a great game.
I have
okay, well, wait a minute.
I have 400 or 500 hours of Baldur's Gate.
Jeez, in Baldur's Gate?
Yes.
What the fuck?
I beat the game like 6 times.
That's okay.
Bro.
One of my buddies, legit, like no fucking shit, has over 1,000 hours in Baldur's
Yeah,
Gate.
I have a friend that's 1,200 hours in
Yeah,
Baldur's Gate.
it's
Bro,
crazy.
you won. Like,
Yeah, the game's over. Like
you won, bro.
Hey, there's 12 different
He said
endings.
wrap it up.
Yeah,
There's 12 different endings. So.
12 different endings?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
I got 90 hours and I'm already like, oh shit, man. I'll come back to it in 4 years.
Hey, there's a reason it got Game of the Year. I'm just saying, there's a reason.
Hey, for real.
It's really good. Like
It's phenomenal. I think I mean I've said this before. I'll say it again. Final Fantasy 16 was my game of the year, but I'm not mad that Baldur's Gate won. I think it deserves it.
I like Final Fantasy 16. It looks pretty. I haven't even played it. I just watched my roommate play it. Visually, stunning, bro. I'm just
Phenomenal,
like,
man. It's got some of the best boss fights I've
I
ever
literally
seen.
sat there watching him play for like an hour, and I was just like captivated. I'm just like, this game is just gorgeous. Like voice acting, scenario, combat, like just colors and general sound. The
Everything
ambient,
about it.
dude. The ambient sound is crazy. Like,
Yep.
it's just so good.
It's one of those rare games where everything comes together, and it wasn't even like a broken package on release. It worked.
Nope.
It was good.
Yeah,
And it's almost like the ADHD kid's dream, because there's like crazy fast combat. It looks good, sounds good. The performances are phenomenal. It's got this huge, like massive sense of scale, both in environments and in boss fights. It's saying to me, man, everything about it was phenomenal.
That's what I felt about in Baldur's Gate too, because the voice acting in Baldur's Gate's really like top level.
Yeah,
And
I thought that
keep
too.
in mind, they said they took their time. Like not a lot of companies take their time doing that.
Yeah.
Like everyone was mad that Baldur's Gate 2 gap to Baldur's Gate 3. And I was like, I'm glad they took their time, because like the one thing I launched the game and I was like, holy crap, like you can scale a lot of and I'm only on a ship. Like the beginning game, you're just on a ship, and you could scale a lot from that. And then the voice acting happens, the combat happens, and I literally, after the first combat, I was just like, "Holy shit, I'm playing D&D!" Like I'm legit just playing D&D, like as a video game. And I'm like, I love D&D already, so I'm already just in it. I didn't even care if the game was trash after that. I was just like, I am in it. This game caught me in the first 5-10 minutes. You just jumped into a story, just like D&D. Don't know what the fuck's happening. You might have a chance of winning. You might have a chance of losing. There's consequences. Like that's the biggest. I was like, oh shit, there's consequences to everything I'm doing. Like,
dude, my thing was that first Eldritch Blast, bro. That fucking
that's it, bro.
The fadeaway,
shooting at the little mine.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he dead.
And you get
Dude,
the mods that allow you to shoot multiples, like in D&D, man, where
Oh,
you
yeah.
just pew pew. Oh my god,
Dude,
it made me feel good.
I forgot who it was, but somebody was being interviewed by IGN, and he was like, "Yeah, I got like 500 plus hours in fucking D&D. I cross class warlock, sorcerer, and fighter just so I can have like 5 eldritch blasts per round." I'm like, "Yeah, that's it. That's it, dog."
That's it.
Yeah,
man.
they recently did Elijah Wood and Sean Astin. They interviewed them and had them play Baldur's Gate for the first time.
Oh shit!
And they're both good guys in Lord of the Rings. So obviously you expect Frodo to be good.
Oh, I saw this. Actually,
that man went straight to Dark Urge. He just imbued evil. He's like, I'm gonna read this book of evil. Let me have power. He's like, he had a crazy laugh and crazy eyes. But it was like really captivating. Like he was just playing for like 3 hours while getting interviewed. He was so in it. He's like, I feel like I'm playing Lord of the Rings bad guy. That's what he said. He's like, I'm playing bad guy, Lord of the Rings. It was just like to have like an actor just like that, casual game, just be captivated by that. I think that just says a lot,
It was definitely a speed run to see how fast you could get rid of all your fucking party members without killing them. Well, nobody's left. I guess I'm hiring hirelings.
That's so funny.
For
anyone that hasn't played Baldur's Gate, you should play it. I'm just saying.
It's so good. That was my only thing is I couldn't pick their races. It's like, man, maybe I don't want to. I want him to be an elf, man.
That's what they were open to mods. That's what's crazy. Like when you have a game like that, that's already good. They're like, yeah, mod the game. I'm just like, you're accepting mods, like,
yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, speaking of that, small tangent. Did you guys hear that T-Pain helped with GTA 6?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you know how T-Pain was really big on No Pixel, right?
Yeah.
So he had to stop playing No Pixel because 5M asked him to stop playing that for copyright reasons, and had him help with music and direction of GTA 6. So he unofficially helped them combine what they know about the modding community and music into GTA 6. So everything that you have from 5M and No Pixel that you saw that everyone loved, they're like, hey, let's get these modders and the best players or the most famous people to help us get into GTA 6. And I was like, crap. And T-Pain was talking about this on stream, like casually, like, by the way, there's proof out there.
Of course.
So, yeah.
Of course.
So I was just like, oh man, like when a game accepts mods like that, especially at such a high scale, you know what I mean? Because No Pixel was like everywhere. Like everyone knew No Pixel. And if you couldn't get in, you're watching No Pixel. So it's like to have that just being supported for the next big thing, I'm getting GTA 6 automatically. Like,
bro, I mean the fact that Rockstar acquired 5M as well is like, okay, like you guys really have
it's gonna
big
be crazy,
plans. I can't wait.
I'm so excited.
It's gonna be sick. I mean, I've wanted to get, or I had wanted to get into GTA RP for so long, and I'm glad that we're finally pulling the trigger on it and doing it, because I think that we're about to kind of like reach this renaissance with it come GTA 6, since it's finally going to be like built into the game, and that's the intent of the developers and shit. So I'm excited. I think it's gonna be fucking phenomenal. If not at launch, it's gonna eventually.
I'm bringing back Susan, baby.
Should we speak to that for a second? What do you guys
I'm
think?
down. I'm down.
Should we? Okay. So, I mean, that's kind of like a part of the whole side quest conversation that we had in the last episode, is us wanting to get back into RP. And I know we were just kind of just shooting the shit at the end of the stream, but it was since the last episode we actually have done quite a bit of research and digging into different servers to find one that fits us.
Be completely transparent. How many hours have we put into this bullshit right
now? I mean, at least 50.
Okay, just clarifying. I haven't done this yet, but they asked me to do it. I'm gonna join, of course, but I haven't done it.
Yes. Now, now Senpai Jello has RP before on a server that I used to play on, and people would like run towards this guy whenever he came to the server because they knew it was going to be hilarious. Like anything that happened was going to be funny. So we need you to join as well. But we did finally find a server where they actually care about role playing, creating scenarios over just like shoot 'em up, bang bang, crime stuff. So yeah, exactly. Kids who just want to play GTA Online. So give us some time. I think you guys are gonna like. You're gonna like the results.
Yeah, I mean, funny enough, there is some role playing in Dark and Darker that happens. People will just be like, "Yo, man, I'm new to the game, just be nice or whatever." Like there's like weird like semi role playing in that. But there's actually one specific guy I watched. I forgot his name on my head. I think he's called the Father Cleric. He's a cleric that goes around healing people and he'll bless people. He'll say like chants and everything. It's great. Like it's just this guy's whole persona is his character. Like he'll just be like he'll like because there's a prayers and your character like does actual like prayers and signs and all stuff glows and he'll just wave around a torch and make it glow and he'll just say some random chant and he'll be like, "Be on your merry way and don't forget, child, a man that walks in faith walks with clear mind." And he'll just walk away, and you're just like, what is happening right now?
Love that.
It's so great. It's so good. There's like people that dress up as like police because there's like colored armor and stuff. They'll be like, "Sir, you got a permit for that bow for that campfire you got right there? Can I check that? I need to inspect that before." Like just random things like that. So like that small nuance role playing in like games where proximity chat's thing, I think is always good.
Just watched the video that fucking Mike commented on Twitter. Fucking the HOA dude on Rust.
Yeah. Yeah.
The kid was losing his mind. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, sir? This is an HOA violation.
Yo, kid. That was like a 45-year-old man,
bro,
and he was letting loose saliva into his microphone, like going crazy on that thing. Like, dude, it's not that serious, man. Like, it's like you didn't even upgrade the wall. You literally had like anyone could put that wall back up. He was going off on that one little moment. Like, damn, all right, bro.
Hey, man,
that's the only one thing that I don't really like about Rust building is like. You actually have to plan everything out. If you don't plan something out, you're gonna upgrade something and be stuck.
And you're gonna realize, damn it, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, exactly. And
that will happen.
Then you gotta build some elaborate scheme like, oh, I guess I'm building off of the front door. Got nowhere else to go.
Yep.
That will happen. That will happen, unfortunately. Not really much you can do about it.
No. I do miss that game though. Like
phenomenal game.
They've done really good with the game, and they're still updating it, bro. They're still updating it to this day. That's kind of sad that a game function releases something to praise. Yeah, for real. Bring back Black Ops and Blackout. Down with the Warzone.
Dude, I am always down for Blackout. I miss that.
Blackout.
Yeah.
Blackout was such a good. It was really balanced. It was just good. Like,
yo, what up, Dodge?
Yeah. I've always said I felt that Blackout was more superior. Even when Warzone was at its peak, I was like, listen, bro. Like I get why people like Warzone more, but
I honestly I think it was
Blackout
Warzone.
Was
I think if Blackout had the implementation of like wall scaling like Warzone did and like rewarding for kills, like the whole like loadout system, I think that was the only thing that like had Warzone such higher.
I honestly I disagree. The only reason why I disagree is because the Blackout didn't have cross plat.
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah,
It didn't.
that's a big.
That's the one thing Warzone had, and people complained about it at the beginning of Black Ops. Wait, what do you mean I can't play with PC? And all the people who were playing on PC when it first started peaked. Doctor Disrespect, Shroud, all the big PC guys were playing it. They were going crazy, and within a month or two, it was dead. And every single PC streamer said, if this were only cross-plat, we'd still be playing because then you can play with controller players. It's no big deal. I think that's the only reason. And of course, it wasn't free to play. You had to buy Black Ops 4 in order to
I think
play,
that was the biggest thing
Blackout.
was it wasn't free to play.
You make it free to play, everyone's downloading it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like let's have a Warzone. Warzone just skyrocketed. Like
the loadout system is kind of like whatever. It's.
I mean, I actually like the loadout system. Yeah, I think the loadout system is good. Like if Blackout had that,
BR though, I was like,
I think it's
different.
Good. Yeah, it's definitely
it's different.
I'll clarify. It only works in games like if it was like Halo or Call of Duty. That's the only two games that I think it would work. In most other games, I don't think it would work.
By the way, we need an official Halo BR. By the way,
they just canceled it. Did you see that?
Dude, I was
like
pissed.
the one that they built in Forge is like whatever, bro. I mean,
I was pissed, bro.
Yeah. I mean, they already have like the ability to scale with like the grapple.
Yeah.
Like you already have your own like down but not out system. I mean, come on, man. Just they have huge maps.
Yep.
Let us just come on. It's all the framework's there.
Yep. I'm surprised that there wasn't like a good implementation in Forge or something like that, because there is some stuff there, but it's kind of ass. But
yeah,
I think they cited like missing the wave, which kind of makes sense because battle royales are not doing as well as they used to. The good ones are dying. The new ones are dead on arrival. It seems like arena shooters are kind of, arena and tactical are there, arcade or not. But also, I mean, I think we're about to see a huge wave of extraction shooters, and even that feels kind of exhausted already. So I guess I get it from a money standpoint. What I'm mad about is that they tried to act like they knew better for so long that they waited. And then they had to cancel it. Like there were people like content creators and huge like Halo gamers this entire time saying, "Yo, just make a BR mode. It's low effort. You've got all the assets. You've got all the things you need. Just do it." And then by the time they finally decided to listen to them, it was too late. And it's like we see that so much these days with all these different developers that think they have the right ideas in mind for these things, and it just it seems like every single time it's shown that the player base is proved right.
Yeah.
And it makes me mad, man. And
I mean,
thankfully they're starting to fix Infinite a little bit, but man.
The other issue is not really. You can't listen to everyone, you don't know who to listen to. Like I understand like streamers have that insight because their opinion matters because they're getting you the views and all that stuff. But like a lot of companies just try to appeal to too many people, you know what I mean, instead of just listening to the right people.
Yeah.
And I think that's like I think that's one of the reasons why I like Apex for so much, is because like you had like the top shooter people like Shroud, for instance, work on the game and help the game. But even he said like it's just stale with what you have because you didn't scale to the point where you're supposed to. And then they tried to, and then now you have all these characters people complain about because you're listening to everyone. Oh, you should have this character. Oh, you should have that character. You should have a character that does this. Now that you have all these characters, people are like, why would I even play this game? I don't even know what's happening anymore. Like,
it gets too broad to the point of where everybody's just like, this is too much now.
I will agree with you. Like battle royales are just so like stagnant right now. Because
I mean, especially like just going back to like society things like instant gratification. Want stuff now, very fast, quick learning. Everybody's just like, I don't care to relearn a fucking game. I'd rather, socialize and play with people on other games that I don't necessarily want to play, maybe, but I'll enjoy it because it's my friends. But I'm not going to fucking go solo, try to relearn this whole fucking game that I didn't play for like 2 years just because I have an inkling to,
Yeah.
Well, how do you guys, this is a question that I've recently asked myself. Has battle royales changed the way you play shooters in general?
I would say no. I try to play every game especially a shooter based on its mechanics and that alone. I think the way that you become the 1% in a shooting game is by learning its mechanics and abusing the hell out of
like base level,
said
right? And then
mechanics.
just going to advance.
Yeah, I mean in Black Ops 3, a lot of people said that they hated that game.
Yeah.
And it wasn't about the game being bad, it's because they added jetpacks. And if you didn't have the extra fingers and thumbs to move the way that you needed to move in order to be better than everyone else, you weren't gonna like the fucking game. I mean, that's just what it comes down to.
That's
And
why I had
so,
battles.
it's like once I've learned the little tricks and tips to like abuse the game mechanics, oh yeah, you're fucked now, kid. I'm on your ass. So it's all about the mechanics for me.
What about
Yeah,
you?
I
And
think
every game's different.
I think that I'm gonna toss this out, and then I gotta run out and grab my food real quick. I think that
Kind of running over time, anyways.
yeah, BRs did something to the FPS industry that I think is something that not a lot of people are paying a whole lot of attention to. But I think this like fervent prioritization of mechanics and skill and needing to beat all these people out to be the absolute best in a lobby. I think it kind of raised the skill floor for a lot of casual FPS players.
Oh yeah.
You still have a lot of like casual players that are like dads that come home and play an hour a night or an hour every other night that are not going to be good. But I think that for a lot of people, myself included, they kind of pushed us to get better to be able to enjoy those dubs then and again. And so I want to say that it hasn't really changed how I play FPS games. It maybe made me appreciate some things more than others. But I do think that the wave of BRs kind of it did two things. It made me better, and it made me appreciate putting things on the line. It kind of made me realize that there's a new there's a new vector there for you to approach in these games to kind of make it a more immersive experience, and it's that you put something there that you can lose. And so it's kind of what put me on to like extraction games a little bit. It made me appreciate competitive FPS a little bit more, but I don't know if it changed like my way of play at all necessarily.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah.
For me personally, oh, go ahead, Jay.
No, I was just gonna say that's kind of along the same lines of what I was gonna say as far as just it's it's a different dynamic. And then like I said earlier, I love full loot games. Not things that make you high risk, high reward kind of things.
Yeah.
And it's just like when you can just respawn in an arena, it's like I'm gonna just fucking run out there, run and gun, and hope for the best. Whereas BRs, it's one and done. You're back to the lobby, buddy.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
it definitely is a
I,
different aspect. But yeah, the way like the actual way of playing FPSs, I think it's just that difference of, hey, I have one life versus, hey, I'm just gonna respawn after this shit, so I really don't care.
yeah. I mean, I've always played games differently than most people starting out, like especially shooters. I wouldn't even play online. I would just sit there, run around the map, and run into things, and know every sound in the game before I even played online. And
Oh
I've
yeah.
always done that. So like just learning the ins and outs of the game, like map, uh, spawns, and grenade choke, like sounds, all that stuff. But since I've played battle royales, I've taken my time to focus more on uh, analytically, like how to approach the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that the battle royals taught me since I played them is you approach the game with a certain mindset and a frame of like time that you would want to be good at the game, and then you necessitate that, and then once you reach that, you either plateau and you're over the game, or you have this higher appreciation of the game because you see the scale of what you can do, the potential that's there, and what can go wrong at the same time, like all at once. So
I mean,
uh
it's of course a different like aspect to battle royales too is like there's so much more thinking going on that you have to do to actually get that win in a BR than you would in, you know, a 6-team arena arcade shooter, you know.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the correlation though is like you can process things faster because you're so used to everything happening at once. When you're just enclosed in like the technical shooter, you have such a better understanding than just the broad, horizon in front of you. Like you have, because you're thinking of what your opponent's doing, right? On top of the strategy of what you and your team has to do, on top of, if you're going to have that shot, you should have that shot because you should have confidence. But then, like, if you don't and make that shot, what's going to happen, right? And the battle royale aspect is, oh man, I got to make sure no one's over here, there. Got to make sure I get my loot here. Like, that is still part of the analytical strat, but now you're just condensing it on a tactical shooter. So it's like, it just makes your focus more narrow-minded, which is a good thing. So like me personally, like when I coach now, I always ask people, do you play battle royales? Because, you have to think of every game that's in the same genre as the same. The only difference is, like Mike said, the mechanics. Like mechanically, what's different about it? Because you're still shooting and pointing. If you have the aim, you have the aim. But there's such another layer of that people just never fully focus on.
Yeah.
They always brush past it because they think aim is everything.
Yeah. A very, very basic example. I play Overwatch with Luane a lot, and she's actually played Overwatch for a long time. She plays Moira more than anyone right now, and for the longest time, I watched her throw Moira's healing or damage orbs just like in like straight lines for the longest time, and I'm like, and for me, it didn't take me long to realize, wait a minute, if I bounce her orbs off a wall, it'll stay with the team longer, thus doing more heals or damage.
Yeah.
So I mean, that took me like minutes to figure out. And here is I've been playing, like she's been playing more for like 50 plus hours and still straight line. And so I'm like, hey, real quick, try bouncing it off the wall and keep it here around us instead. And it took her some time to process that. I mean, because even when I would tell her, she would still throw orbs straight line.
Yeah.
And so after, I don't know, 15, 20 attempts, she finally like caught it, like, oh wait, I see what you're saying now. And so for me, so like as I'm saying earlier, I spent like from day one when I started playing the game, I think of how can I maximize what this game is giving to me, so that way I can give the most value to my team. I'm not just thinking about surface level triangle to switch weapon, R2 to shoot. Like no, that's easy. Where like how do I become better? How do I get over this hill? While
I think
everyone's still climbing.
That's the difference from the 9 to 5, casual to the grindy hardcore. Like I want to be better than the average player or the best, type of thing. Like is because like the 9 to 5, they just want to play the game. They just turn on and play the game. And the people that really want to make something, it's not about you playing the game. It's how you play the game. Like literally, just how are you playing this game? What is your goal? What is your focus? Go with that, and that's how you go beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
We are we are getting pretty short on time. So let's choose like one more topic and start closing it out.
Well, we're since we're already here, why don't we
kind of just smoothing along?
Let's do goals and achievements, and how do you guys keep your mindset positive in the game? If you keep a positive mindset.
Wow. Fuck that,
bro. Negative. Saw that coming from a mile away.
KYS is in my games, in my game attack. In every game.
No, I've been honestly like within it's been very hard for me in the but within the last 2 years I've been catching myself not not as often. It's still a gradual thing for me, especially when it comes to FPSs, like because I don't fucking have the aim. That's like 60% of the thing is why I get mad, is because I don't have the aim. But over the past like year and a half, 2 years, I'm just kind of gradually getting used to it. Like, yeah, I fucking suck at aiming. I'm used to it at this point. Like, there's no reason for me to tilt myself because I fucking missed a shot, you know? So
I think it's the mouse. I'm just messing. Jay's gonna have
Imagine
one.
If it were the mouse.
He's gonna have the claw mouse where he's clicking like this.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like once I found the right mouse, I definitely was hitting better shots. Like,
same. The mouse.
Once I found the right mouse,
I realized I've always had small mice, so when I found one that's like my hand size, completely changed the game, bro.
Yeah. Sorry, Justin. Sorry.
No, I was done.
Oh, okay.
That was it.
Mike, what are your goals, achievements / positive mindset? How do you say positive focus?
Goals as far as being good at a game?
Yeah. Like,
or just like
what are you most proud of?
Oh, I would say that I'm proud of like the fact that I can create the mindset to improve at a game if I just work on it. I never thought that I would be able to get like Onyx in Halo, for example. Like when I first started playing that, it was just like, all right, we're just playing ranked, but then after like watching, UGC online and understanding how other people play the game, try to improve at it. People always say practice makes perfect, and you're like, okay, but like, is me practicing really going to help me get better? And then once you start to see yourself get better, you go, oh shit, no, I actually am getting better. This is weird. I never thought that I could, or like I was capable of doing that within a game. So anytime that I'm able to play a game over and over and over again and find those micro-isms that help me get better every day, I get really excited about that type of shit. So I think I definitely pride myself for that.
That was definitely the funnest grind. Was the Onyx Halo grind ranked, especially when we both played, dude. This is
Zach. Zach's been asking me to play again. I've been playing. I've been going to lands a lot. So
getting your ass kicked by people who know how to play the game like Zach also wakes you up, because when I 1v1 Zach and he beat me like, I don't know, it was like 50-2. I was like, yo, never again, dog. Like, you got me fucked up. Never again. And that also helped me back when we used to play Call of Duty, when I 1v1 you and Brett. Like, getting my ass kicked like you guys woke me up. So then I'm like, all right, when you guys get offline and you're going to bed or whatever, I'm still shooting bots. I'm still online. I'm still trying to find ways to get better every day. So being able to take that and actually do something with it, effectively
he did the same thing to me in Smash. It was a while till I beat him. I just grinded more tournaments than he did, so.
Yeah.
Kyle, what about you?
Man, I think my opinions on this have kind of changed over time. Sorry, I'm chewing on a hard ass pretzel bite. This is fucked up.
If you want me to go first, I can go first.
No, it's okay. It's all good. Back in the day, I had an answer that was kind of closer to Juice's. I would pride myself on the ability to be able to adapt to whatever game I'm playing and improve at it. Growing up in my friend group, when it came to FPS games, I was always the bad one, the odd one out, the one that was like just absolutely fucking awful. That'd be tagging behind everybody, and that was there for moral support while everyone else got the kills. And that made me mad. And so I put in a lot more time than everybody else and got myself to a point where I was able to perform. I was really good at FPS games prior to that when I was playing on console. And part of that issue was the shift from controller to keyboard and mouse. And so I put the time in. I figured it out. I got myself in a good spot. And the way my brain works is I'm very detail oriented, so I can pick up on things really fast and run with them faster than most people can. However, as COVID kind of ran around and all these competitive games started bursting out, and I got a little burnt out on the whole competitive aspect of a lot of them. Especially when, battle royales became a big thing, and then Valorant came, and Valorant's ranked mode, popped off, and all this different stuff. I kind of just like left that entirely And now I think the thing that I'm the most proud of, or the thing that I am able to do the best, is prioritize like a social environment. I think that when it comes to like loading into an online game full of strangers, the thing that I prioritize most these days is having a good time with other people and using gaming as an opportunity to connect with folks that I both know and don't know. And so I pride myself on being able to be that guy where you can get into a game of Valorant and I'm gonna make it a good time for everybody, even if we're losing, you know? And I still do pretty well as far as those games are concerned, but that's not where I put my emphasis, because that's not what I want for myself anymore, you know?
Feel that.
Yeah.
Finger snaps, dog.
Hey, man, yeah, finger snaps for sure.
Finger snaps.
I'm like a combination of both you and Mike, so I feel it. Like, I'm all about positivity no matter what I'm doing, no matter where I go, but also like the competitive in me, I think, is always going to be there, because I do it outside of gaming and inside of gaming, because I'm a break dancer. So like, I'm competing on everything. I play cards, like Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, if you see my desk, I have just nothing but Yu-Gi-Oh cards right now. It's crazy. But so like, there's like a sense of pride, but like it's like a fire that just goes beyond just pride. It's like my outlet of, if I have happiness and skill in one area, my soul's complete. And like, the skill doesn't have to be just for me. It has to be like overall. Like, it doesn't matter if we're losing or winning, because for me, losing is like a lesson, right? And like the competitive drive is like my emotions, essentially, like how I'm just outletting it. And when you have that perfect mix, it combines into something beautiful. I can pick up games just like you. Like, doesn't matter if it's shooter or not shooter. I'll pick up a game. 2 weeks, I'm good at that game, better than like the average player. I never knew why that was, but I realized it's my brain. I'm so like analytically there. So like, I break things into like math problems, like, and it's just like, and you know, I'm there. I'm like in the zone, because I can just do that for everything. And like, when you have that, it's very beautiful to see how it expands beyond yourself. And I think that's why, like you said, just building something when you just start out with strangers or playing with strangers, like building that sense of just relaxive environment, you know, setting a scenario for what's about to happen to make sure everything's just, everyone's having a good time. Because, I mean, that's gaming as a whole. The whole reason games were invented was to connect people and have fun. You know what I mean? Like, you think of the very first game that was invented, the creator said, "Hey, I'm making this game because I want people to enjoy this game." That was literally the quote. I just want people to enjoy my game. And people forget that. Like, a lot of people just forget that mindset in general. So,
hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, brother.
Oh my god, I feel like I've been sitting in this chair for hours on end.
Oh,
Anyway.
Because you have.
No.
Yeah.
No, dude, I've been taking care of this dog for like half the day. It's nuts. God.
You been sitting on the dog? No, imagine.
Next 2 weeks is gonna be hell, dude. Speaking of dog, hi
dude.
Bella.
All right, so
she's fine. She'll recover.
How are we into this? How are we closing out?
Press the end button right now. Just do it.
Boom. Drop. Bye. See ya. YouTube.
Deuces. Just disappear.
Now we'll start out. Go ahead. Post your guys' socials, starting with Nico. We'll go one by one.
Oh, I always forget that part.
Just do a little. Yeah, I think we definitely like skipped over socials last episode.
We definitely did. I popped in the chat and I was like, "This is my Twitch." Just by like typing in chat.
Like I said, I am known as TTV Senpai Jello on almost everything that I can think of. I think Instagram or Twitter, or sorry, X, my bad, is the only one that is underscore. It's TTV underscore Senpai Jello. Whatever. I call it X. Twitter. It doesn't matter.
Anyone calls it X deserves to be taken out back. I'm gonna be honest.
All right. Well, when you gonna take me out back? I'm down. I'll call it
Come
X.
here, boy. Squeal, boy, squeal.
But yeah, TTV Senpai jello on everything, even YouTube. So yeah, you can find me there. If you don't know me, you're gonna know me and or Susan. Don't ask about Susan.
Feel free to throw those in chat as well, Mikey.
Yeah, there's my socials there, right there, brother. Go and click that link tree there. And Chowder, I wasn't crying. I was crying. I was crying.
I had something in my eye. All right, it was so beautiful.
This is me. That's it. I stream a lot. Come say hi.
This is me.
Don't ask me
That's
for a
it,
schedule.
bro.
Just be there.
Just be there, dog.
Yep.
My man said this is me. That's it.
All right. Anyway, you know your boy, J Dog. Not gonna find my name anywhere else. If it's not J Dogging, it's not me.
He doesn't know about my tattoo.
That's so
about his
true.
name. No.
It's so true, bro.
I got a tattoo on my ass with his name on it.
So true.
my
Oh,
God.
Billy Palapagos.
There he goes.
What up, Pagos?
No, seriously though, like that's the only thing that's changing. That's like keeping me from changing my name is that it's so bad that it's good. You know.
Yeah.
That is true.
But yeah, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, find me on anything. But most importantly, you should find us all in the Crack Media Discord. You'll get updates on XP Share. We're working on some new projects. We're looking for a new video editor if anybody's interested. But most importantly, at this current time, if you are any bit interested in Grand Theft Auto RP, join that Discord, join us. We'll get you started. We'll walk you through the whole process, whatever you want. Just come have a good time with us.
Sounds like a pyramid scheme.
It sounds like
Yeah.
You know, maybe it is, you know. Maybe it's not.
Maybe
that's
we're
the
doing
whole
some
thing.
multi-level marketing. What of it, huh?
That's the thing. You got to come find out. Yeah.
Part of the mystery.
But yeah, seriously, like, feel free to stop by. We're always hanging out in some kind of Discord, someone's Discord. We're friendly, I swear. We're good.
I lick and bite. I'm just clarifying. I do lick and bite. So.
I mean, we're still friendly. We're still.
We're still friendly.
Well, speak for yourself, first of all.
Kyle, I'm gonna go over there and kiss you. Okay, you better.
Oh, shit. All right. Like that, huh?
I'm puckered.
But I think well, we're all gonna jump on RP after this anyways, right, guys? Maybe maybe a few hours or so.
Maybe
this, yes.
I gotta eat. I got a Power World addiction I'm dealing with right now.
Oh shit.
What level are you?
I think I just hit like 16 or 17.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's
It's fun.
yeah.
Chatter, what's this we bullshit? All right, you're not in the RP group, so there is no we. All right. Let's put that. Lord help me if I hear Cletus one more time.
Cletus.
She does.
Cletus gonna have a spit camp.
She does not like Brandon's name. I don't understand why.
I love Cletus.
You know what? It's Cletus. All right.
That's one person you guys gotta see roleplay, man. Randon's a special dude when it comes to that shit. He's a hidden talent. Also an idiot, but he's a hidden talent.
All right. Don't downplay Connor. Anyways, we're digressing. Episode 17. Of course, it's going to be on YouTube. Join that Discord for the third and final time. This has been XP Share. The boys. Senpai Jello. We are outie.
You're
Deuce.